Clips.
Alrighty, YouTubes, another one of Kips Clips. So, yesterday I said I would speak about the number 33 with regards to 33 degree masonry and how it's used to like gaslight, turn a lot of people crazy, and give my best guess what this actually means. And the synchronicities of the universe were speaking to me today, and I kid you not. So yesterday, I done that like hour 10, hour 20 or whatever video about ancient Greek democracy, the Athens and Sparta and lots of stuff. And one of the things I touched on was the Statue of Liberties that exists inside Glasgow, and one of them that was on the old co-op building, the old Glasgow co-op wholesale building, big gold Statue of Liberty. Now, I'm sitting in the hot tub in the gym today, just small talk with this geezer, and I can't even remember how this came about, but I was like, oof. See, architecture and history, pig and shit. Next thing I know, he's oh man. It sounds like I'm just making this shit up. I don't care if you believe me or not, it fucking happened. Next thing he turns around and goes like that to me. After I've said, oh, I love my architecture and history, and he's turned around to me and said, do you know there's a Statue of Liberty in Glasgow? I was like, honestly, I thought it was a plant or something. And it was like, because not many Glaswegians speak about this. It's not a common thing to talk about. And he was blown away when I went, do you know there's two? The one in the co-op building, one in the city chambers. So we started chatting. Next thing you know, another guy who's listening to us, because we just started talking about the architecture of Glasgow and all that. And the guy didn't know what he'd done when he said that Statue of Liberty thing to me. He just lit the torch, the torch paper, and another guy is listening to us talk about all the architecture, the Statue of Liberty, what it means, and other ones. He's like, I stay in that building. It's like, wow. And the big oh, hold on, I'll get it freeze actually. I don't care if it takes long. It'll worth it. Hang around, this will be a good one. Honest. Houston, do you hear me? Ground control, can you feel me? And by the way, the guy turned out to be a mason, but I'll get to that. It was fucking amazing. So there's the co-op building in Glasgow. Let's just go to the images. Oh, it's going to fucking show me. I fucking hate this shit. Anyway, let me just do this. Got a big stupid microphone. No, right. Sorry, it's my stupidness. There, it's there. And old cold. There it's there, I got it. Thank God, man. I hate it when you can't find the stuff you're talking about. Google makes me out to be a liar all the time. There's the Statue of Liberty that's on top of the building I was talking about yesterday. And as I'm saying, this is just synchronicities all over the place. Couldn't fucking believe it. So there's a what? Oh wow. Right, hold on, I was going to guess what height that is. 13 foot? I don't know. Anyway. So that's on the top of the old co-op building in Glasgow. That's one of the Statue of Liberties. The other's up on the city chambers. He was initially telling me about the one in the city chambers. And, well, he was going to tell me about the one in the city chambers. And I was told him about that one, which blew him away. And he's like, oh, aye. Now, we then get chatting. After the guy said he stayed in the building, he told us that that isn't the original Statue of Liberty. It's only been there for maybe I need to go and do the own research myself. I'm going on what this guy told me, but he stays in the building. It's only recently been renovated, restored and put back on that building within the last 2 to 3 years. That's why I didn't see it. And anybody that knows Glasgow, the Tradeston Bridge, if you're going over that, you'll see this big golden effigy. And it looks over the whole of Glasgow. The only thing in the Glasgow skyline that is higher than the Statue of Liberty is John Knox. statue up in Glasgow and Necropolis. Now, me and this guy ended up sitting chatting for about 2-3 hours, man. But he turned out to be a Mason. I was just chatting. I was like, man, all the symbol. And I was like, my dad's a Mason. He's like, oh, aye, where was he? He was like, East End. And he's like, he's up in the drum. So I started talking about, we started talking a wee bit about Freemasonry and all that as well. And next thing I know, he's telling me that he's visited the lodge in Panama, in the Panama Canal. When the Panama Canal was getting built, it was all the Scots, all the Glaswegians, engineers, and the Americans. So when they were over there, the Freemasons got together and started a big lodge, and apparently it's meant to be a beautiful lodge, like no windows in it or anything, just a lift straight up. I'm going to go and have to do a wee bit of research on that. So it was Masonry was present at the building of the Panama Canal. Surprise, surprise. And this is what I mean by the universe speaking to me, man. Like, I'm always like that, up and down like a fucking yo-yo, right? So, recently it's been like, what the fuck's the point of all this? And where am I going? What am I going to do? I might as well go and pick up fucking litter for a living. So I'm sitting chatting to this Freemason, right? And I'm telling him that I went to the Partick Lodge and had a look around. We started talking about the trade halls, the Grand Lodge in Glasgow. I started telling him about the symbolism down in Glasgow Green and outside the trade halls. I was telling him stuff. I was telling a Freemason stuff he didn't know. Right? And once we had a wee shaking hand and all that, and long story short, man, he's telling me, he's like, aye, go and visit them. Like, he was impressed with my knowledge of Freemasonry, right? A Mason was impressed with my knowledge of Freemasonry. And, oh man, what a day. And I was telling him about my idea of doing esoteric tours of Glasgow and stuff like that. And I think that synchronicity has just told me that is the direction I need to go, man. That's the universe speaking to me. That's the golden ratio out there, squaring things and making it symmetrical for me. And when you think things are a wee bit blurry, things fucking happen, unfold in your life that just make things come into focus. And today was one of those days. Not only was there a Freemason there was a guy that stays in that fucking building. Blew me away. The synchronicity. I was like, do you know I was actually just looking at pictures of that yesterday? But anyway, so don't get gaslit with the bullshit out there on the internet about 33-degree masonry and all that shit, right? If you want to learn about Masons, go to the Masons. Stay away from YouTube. It'll just put you just satanic panic fucking bullshit. Believe me if you want, stay your head in your arse and YouTube and if you want, I'm saying if you want to genuinely learn about the Masons, go to the Masons. There's 1,000,001 books out there wrote by Masons. So many things you can go and touch base with. Don't touch base with YouTube. In fact, do what the fuck you want, but if you want to learn about Masons, I would advise you to go and touch base with Masons, not YouTube. You can also get, like, there's, somebody sent me this link, and it's the I don't know what the fuck is it? Encyclopedia of Freemasonry. Right, and again, wrote by the Masons, not stupid arse mumble jumble fucking arseholes on YouTube. And no offence to the stupid arse mumble jumble fuckheads on YouTube. I know you think you know about Freemasonry because you fucking watched a couple of YouTube videos. Batter in. So, go directly to the source. If you try to figure out what's happening in the fucking news, directly to the source. You want to know about Freemasonry? Directly to the source. Makes sense, doesn't it? Unless you're getting gaslit and just fucking shit piled into your head. So I'm going to, like, now, I'm not a Mason, I'm under no oath to not say anything. That guy was blown away with my fucking knowledge. And you know what? It's like fucking, it's gave me enough energy to go for the next 6 months, easy peasy, man. I couldn't believe it. You know, you sit and do all this stuff and all that, and, like, my dad was a Mason before he died, and, oh man, I just wish had this fucking this yearning for learning when he was alive, so I could have touched base with him about the Freemasonry stuff. But that ship has sailed. See sitting there today in a hot tub, and a mason going like that, get yourself to the lodge. Because I was telling him a lot. I wanted to go to the trade halls. I've never been in the trade halls yet. It's like, I just got up and chat the door. And when I went and done that at the Partick one, that's when I came away with the application form. So I'm definitely going to go and chap on Trades Hall's door, and they'll let me in like that. It's every lodge in the world will do that. If you want to learn about Freemasonry, go and chap on a lodge's door and ask them questions. Because you know what? They're quite happy to tell you all this shit. They just want people to have the desire to find out. Right? See, if you've got the desire to find out, they'll fucking welcome you with open arms and tell you everything you want to know. And it's that desire that would get you welcomed in the lodge as a Freemason if you wanted to do that. I don't think they would have me. But, so, following on from my fucking chat with a Mason today, which is just I was telling him about the symbology and George and Glasgow Green and all that, and he was blown away with it, man. He was absolutely blown. I was telling him symbolism in Glasgow that he didn't know about. He was a Mason. He was at the same gym I was at. He can't be a very successful one, but anyway. So let's try and decipher this 33 bullshit before people just get gaslit with ooga booga demons and goblins and all that shit, right? Now, because I'm touching on Freemasonry here a wee bit, I want to elaborate on what I was saying yesterday, that Freemasonry, you could argue, is the Pythagoreans, or Pythagoreans, I think. But Pythagoras' wee club. You could argue it's the same kind of stuff, just a general progression of knowledge. And when a lot of the Pythagorean schools were getting burnt down because they thought they were fucking the devil. Oh, this guy knows numbers. Oh, he's saying the earth is round. Oh, sound familiar, earth round. Anyway, so all the Pythagoras schools were getting. I need to fucking move that. Do my tits in. Yeah, that's it. Pretty better. Anyway, so as all the Pythagorean schools were getting burnt down and whatnot, even though when Pythagoras started them, it was done in secrecy and all that, because they knew that the general populace were too fucking stupid to understand what they were actually doing, you know, like science and all that. They thought it was magic and shit, rather than just numbers and figuring out how shit works. And they understood the need for secrecy. And this is my understanding, by the way. So they understood they needed a structure within a structure within a structure within a structure. It makes perfect sense to me. It's what I would do if you were doing something that was going to get you fucking killed and you felt it was worthwhile doing. So, to prove to you what I was saying yesterday. Oh, fucking hell, man. It's always worst time. Fucking the worst thing possible, man. Anyway. So, when... fucking lost my train of thought there, that pisses me off. Oh, the compartmentalization of these structures and the cults from back in Pythagoras' day and before that. I was talking about it's a triangle within a triangle within a triangle within a triangle. You know, it's a structure within a structure within a structure. It's a need-to-know basis. So Shriners International, they started in the early 19th century, if I remember right. What's notable about the early 19th century, it was when the British Empire was expanding to its height. It was the height of Freemasonry in Britain. And during the expansion of the British Empire, they exported Freemasonry. One of the vehicles for doing this was the Shriners. And again, this is just one of the vehicles. So it's a structure within a structure within a structure within a structure. One that we know about is Freemasonry. it's commonly referred to. What I'm saying is Freemasonry didn't pop out of fucking thin air. Look what they're talking about. Look who they fucking look up to. And my argument is it's a continuation of guarding that knowledge throughout the centuries. I'd say the Pythagoreans. And prior to that. So, I need to make that a wee bitty bigger. And I hope I'm not boring people with this shit, honestly. I'm just a pig in shit with this stuff. All Shriners are Masons, but not all Masons are Shriners. And this will just give you like the compartmentalization of the structures. Shriners. Hello, darling. Can I phone you back? Can I phone you back? I'm busy just now. Can I phone? Yeah, can I phone you back? Right, nice one, darling. Speak to you shortly. Bye bye. No, because somebody's interrupting you, like, fuck off! I should put it on fucking silent. But anyway, I was showing you the structure within the structure within the structure. So all Shriners are Masons, but not all Masons are Shriners. Shriners International is a spin-off from Freemasonry, the oldest, largest and most widely known fraternity in the world. I'm talking about Freemasonry, not the Shriners. Freemasonry dates back to hundreds of years to when stonemasons and other craftsmen gathered after work in sheltered housing or lodges. Over time, the members organised into Masonic guilds, and the tools of the trade, the square and the compass, became the symbol of the brotherhood. Over time, Masonry evolved into an organisation to begin to accept members who were not craftsmen. Today, Masonry is built upon a foundation of improving character and strengthening communities through the square and compass are still the symbols of the fraternity. When the Shriners International was founded in 1872, the end of the 19th century, the organisation built on the principles that guided Freemasonry while adding an element of fun and ultimately philanthropy. I fucking wish I could speak! You know how embarrassing it is fucking recording yourself and you can't say words? It's still fucking, like, admitting it a bit, well, relieves the embarrassment a wee bit. I wish I could speak. Starting up your own businesses abroad, that word. That set the Shriners International apart. The two organisations are also structured similarly. So, the Shriners was an organisation set up, this is just my interpretation. The Shriners were set up, if you look at the date, at the head, at almost the peak of the British Empire when it was expanding. Shriners International, cool wee fucking hats and all that. Woo! We made it a wee bit more fun. Hey, local brown and black dumb cunts, come on, we'll get some bobbing for apples and all that. Come on into the lodge. Let us indoctrinate you, let's bring you into the brotherhood, right? Call me crazy, that's how I'm interpreting that. Shriners have a temple, Masons have a blue or craft lodge. Members of the Masonic lodges are required to learn about the fraternity and earn a series of Masonic degrees. When a member has completed the third degree and final degree, he can become a Master Mason and then eligible to become a Shriner. So it's the organisation within the organisation within the organisation. Just wanted to touch on that. Now let's get to the 33. 33. It's a magic number. Right. So, now, I don't know this to be true. This is my best guess interpreting all the information from Babylon, from Egypt, from Pythagoras. I'm going to show you some maps. Might be here for 10 hours. I honestly could just sit and look at maps all day fucking long. So, 33rd parallel north. Now, I've struggled to explain this in the past. And my goal was to try and put some shit together to explain this 33rd parallel north. 33rd parallel north is your 33 degrees north, right? Before they were called degrees, they were called parallels. Parallels, why? Because on the map, they're fucking parallel. I figured that one out myself. So, the 33rd degree parallel north is my best interpretation why the 33 degree in Masonry is held in such high esteem, because it refers to the knowledge that's been getting passed down from day dot, or almost day dot. And this knowledge is The fucking... God. The world is round and we can circumnavigate it using mathematics. And if you're a flattard out there, stop licking the window. It's fucking clean already. But anyway, your dinner's on. But you severely lack intelligence. This is just a matter of fact. A matter of fact, you lack intelligence if you do not know the world is round. Sorry if I'm hurting your fucking feelings, flattards, but it's a reality. And if anybody in my family or fucking kids or whatnot were walking around fucking saying the earth was flat, I would also fucking call them a flattard to fucking try and get them to snap out of it. And watch this space. This might actually give you practical science you can do for yourself to prove you're not a flattard. Anyway, so the 33rd degree parallel north, I'm going to try and explain what this is and why it's significant. Why it's a significant number in Freemasonry. Now, people commonly believe there's 33 degrees. Depends what rites and all sorts of shit. There's many more degrees of Freemasonry than 33. There's fucking... you can make them up out your ass. You're high enough in Freemasonry, you can make them up. Right, so there's more than 33 degrees. But why is the 33rd degree held in such high esteem? I shall explain. Or try to explain. So, where am I going to go to here first? Right, at 30. Let's read this. I think it's a bunch of conspiratorial bullshit, but let's see if I remember right. 33rd parallel north is a circle of latitude that is 33 degrees north of the Earth's equator. It crosses Africa, Asia, Pacific, North America, blah blah blah. In Iraq, the parallel defined the limit of the southern north. Fuck's sake, I'm talking about the Iraq War. In the United States. Right, stop. What a pile of shite. Not explaining anything about why the 33rd degree parallel north is of any significance to anybody for any reason. Just, this is what's on it. But, I'm pretty sure what that is on the right. The Mayflower. Oh, do you know what? I can't even comment. I don't know. I was going to say these are locations on or very Louisiana. I'm sure that is in the 33rd degree parallel north. But anyway, I won't bore you with it. Hold on, what was that one? That one would have been interesting. Oh, there you go. You've got... Right. Oh, no. Hold on. I should have investigated that a wee bit better. But anyway, what I want to get to... Right. Now, this is a map. This map's from 150 BC? Or was it after Christ? Hold on. Right, I need to do that. That's what I need to do. See, I'm a skilled presentationist, don't you know? Just need to edit the shit out of it like Big Jufro. If you want to look at this map and many versions of it, it's that. The Ptolemy world map. I think you can join the Masons if you can't read. And this is... let me get to another one. It's got the date on it. I'm a wee teeny bit more prepared. Sure that's the... No. There's a date on it fucking somewhere. Where is the date? Where is the date? Right, come on, fucking hell, smooth operator, motherfucker. Just do this. A map of the known world. 2nd century, right? So, so it was like 150 years after the birth of Christ, right? Sorry. So it's about 2,000 years old. Now, one thing about this map, which might blow away flattards, is you can clearly see they understood the curvature of the Earth. You can clearly see this by their use of latitudes. And the other map is a wee bit more clearer because there's different versions of it. You know, it's his map, and then it's different artists have took it and produced different versions of it, but it's all based on the same stuff. If you can see there, down the right hand side, it's hard to actually make out with the naked eye, but that's your degrees of... Fuck, is it latitude or longitude? I think it's latitude. See, I'm stupid. I think it's latitude. Longitude. Aye, latitude. Aye, latitude. God, I should really need to go to school. And don't worry, the 33rd degree parallel is still going to come into significance for this. I'm just showing that 2,000 years ago, they understood the Earth was fucking round and they could circumnavigate it. I mean, see this map, 2,000 years old, go and compare it to modern day maps, man. It's fucking unbelievable. So, and it's got the 33rd degree parallel on that. Here's another one as well. Here's a more elaborate version of it. And again, 2,000 years old. What are these bits of lands over on the left? Any idea, any clue? But oh, Christopher Columbus. Get Africa, get fucking, Madagascar, is that? Is that Madagascar? God damn, maybe. But, and again, stick the details I gave you in and you'll find very forms of this map. And I'm more impressed with these maps than I am with Google Earth, to be honest. It just blows my mind that 2,000 years ago, these cunts knew this shit. You know what I mean? And this knowledge is just been sitting there, just not allowed to fucking get propagated, man. Because people are holding on to it, because knowledge is power. And the ultimate power is the knowledge of how to circumnavigate the fucking globe and where everything is. Not only where everything is, where's all the good shit, where's the gold, where's the diamonds, where's the oil. I mean, you need to think about these things. Well, I don't know. You don't need to do fuck all. I need to think about these things. You're best thinking about these things to give a more broad opinion. So, let's get back to it. So that map clearly shows you the curvature of the Earth. 2,000 years ago, they knew the curvature of the Earth. Yesterday, I was talking about Pythagoras. If you aren't familiar with Pythagoras, go and do it. Oh, there we go. 100 AD. Map of the world. So, early world maps. There's even earlier ones. Now, this is what I want to talk about. This is what I found hard to explain, which this points to and explains, elaborates on. Now, let me just show you on the Google Earths where this is. I think that took me to the wrong place last time. I'm going to get to the right thing. Now, that's got me there. Now, if you notice, it's like half a degree out off the 33rd degree parallel. Now, very important, and I'll link this back in ancient Babylon, Pythagoras, and how they used this knowledge to draw the world map. So this institute is on the 33rd degree parallel north, the Salk Institute for Biological Studies. Let me just get this in. The sun lines up with the fountain, which is at the Salk Institute during the equinox. Will procession evenly through the alignment. What? Will procession eventually throw the alignment out of whack? Right now, what that's indicating there is on the. I think it's the summer solstice. This is where I struggle. I really need to find bits in for. I really need to find where I could actually get an animation of this. I know there's stuff out there, but I don't know where to go and how to use it. So, on the summer solstice, if you're standing on the 33rd degree parallel north, in the morning, the sun will rise in the east. Now, if you stay and face east, the sun will rise, and it'll go. I'm trying to show you how. The sun will rise in front of you, and then over the course of the day, it will go right over your head directly, and directly down your back. So when you're on the 33rd degree parallel north, and on the summer solstice, the sun will rise right in front of you, and it won't usually away from the summer solstice, the sun will go in a kind of arch, you know, it'll go shh. But if you're on the 33rd degree parallel north, you're facing east on the summer solstice, the sun will rise in front of you in one big direct arch. One big direct arch, right, golden arch, the sun, right over your head. Now, why is that significant? Well, let me try and explain this. And this is where I struggle to explain it, but anyway, I'll do my best. Trigonometry. If you observe the sun and know that even back in Pythagoras, so they were coming up, they had the theory out there that the Earth was circling the sun and not the sun was circling the Earth. And by knowing trigonometry and by measuring the degrees of the sunrise, so on, the position of the sun throughout the day through the equinox, the longest day of the year, you can find out how far north or south you are just by knowing that if you're on the 33rd degree parallel north, it goes directly overhead. And with the mathematics of that, if you observe the sun anywhere else on the earth during the summer solstice, by using the math, you can determine how north, south you are on the globe. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm not pretending to understand the mathematics. Probably given about 90 million years I could, but I'm not pretending to understand the mathematics. I'll leave that to the mathematicians. I understand how observing the sun and the significance of the 33rd parallel on the equinox, on the solstice, so that you can fix your place on the earth by using, for me, complex mathematics, including trigonometry, and lots of other variants that I don't fully understand. Now, again, flat tards out there, please turn off, man. In fact, don't listen up and try and fucking wisen up. These are simple things you can do yourself. Like, you could get yourself a wee telescope and all the measuring equipment and stuff, and you could do these experiments. Use trigonometry. You could go to amateur astronomers and all that, and you could do all this shit, and you could find out the mass of the moon, how far the moon away, the sun, and all that stuff using simple trigonometry. For me, complex, but probably simple. But no flat tard goes and does this. They just bounce up on the YouTube going, have you ever seen bendy water? You ever seen bendy water? Bendy water. So, hopefully that makes sense. So the 33rd degree parallel was significant to the astronomers of the ancient times because with the accumulated knowledge that they had through observing the sun precisely with instruments, fuck knows how long it took them to figure it out. 5 minutes. But they managed to figure out it was a globe, the earth was circling the sun, You know, I've not even found out if they knew about the relationship of the moon with the Earth back then. Forgive my ignorance. And that knowledge that you can, using the sun, the stars, astronomy, trigonometry, mathematics, you can circumnavigate the motherfucking globe. I'd stick the North Star on there as well. If you know the North Star, it's always a fixed point. If you've got a fixed point, you can measure the angles and all that. I'm not pretending to fully understand it. I can grasp the concept. And for me, well, look at every single fucking religion. It's just astronomy, innit? He's talking about fucking planets. Every religion. No, it's the Son of God. No, it's the Sun God, you fucking dicks. It's just astronomy. It's astronomy. And why is astronomy so important? Because you get the knowledge that the fucking Earth is flat, and then you know how to circumnavigate it. And if you know how to circumnavigate it, you know how to get from point A to point B and back to that fucking point. AKA, you could go out and explore the whole world. And if you explored the whole world, maybe you could draw a world fucking map. Wait. Longitude on it. That's latitude as well. Wow. Longitude and latitude on it. 2,000 years ago. And you get fucking people in the year 2018 that can't fucking figure this shit out. Have we really? How much have we actually evolved since back then? It doesn't seem like our brains have evolved a lot, to be honest. It seems like we're stuck in this same fucking rut. You don't believe in my God, you fucking Satanist, burn him at the stake. Who? He knows numbers and shit, kill him! Anyway, so, because, like, at this point, I'm saying the Earth was round and all that. Get you killed. Blasphemy. So, let me see what else we've got here. Trigonometry. Math is fun. Wish I was fucking better at it. That's the Freemasonic Encyclopedia. Now I just want to laugh at Celtic and their fans. And their windy-licking fans who think the Earth is flat. Cause you ever seen bendy water? You ever seen bendy water? Right. The funny thing is, he actually... God, man, do you know what's fucking scary? You know what fucking... It's no scary, actually. But it hurt. This guy's got 16,000 subs. Right? One day ago, 4.1 thousand people are listening to a fucking windy-licking Celtic fan who can't confirm beyond a reasonable doubt in his little pea fucking potato Celtic nut that the Earth is round. And look, 200 odd fucking motherfuckers are thinking this guy's speaking sense. Did these people go to school? In all honesty, I didn't. I was fucking kicked out of school more than I was in school, and I know the Earth is fucking round. How does that work? I can't even read or speak sometimes, and I know the Earth is fucking. I don't know. I fucking know. People fucking 2, 3, 4, 5,000 years ago knew that. Anyway, so let's laugh at it. This is fucking hilarious, man. He goes to Celtic Park. Good hunting ground for flat-tards. But it goes hand in hand with being fucking Catholic, doesn't it, man? Fucking Catholic Church try to suppress fucking knowledge for everybody for a long time. Here, you believe in flat Earth? Support Celtic! The Vatican will love you! And it's brilliant, the guy even gets like Celtic players and all that, right? Like round all the snack bars like that. You ever seen bendy water? You ever seen bendy water? This is a Celtic player. Right? No offence, you got to be stupid to play for Celtic in the fucking first place, right? This just proves it! Right? Celtic players think the Earth are flat.
See, some people just don't care. This is the way it is.
Oh no, but oh my god, I've got a family to fucking feed here, man. I can't eat. The flat Earth conspiracy. I need to just go and fucking obsess about that.
Alright, bud. Have you heard of flat Earth, Lee?
No.
You've never heard of flat earth? No. Have you ever questioned the shape of the earth?
No.
You think you would question it?
No, not really.
Have you ever seen bendy water?
You ever seen bendy water? Hey, there's a joke in here. How do you confuse windy lickers? How do you confuse windy lickers and Celtic players? Ask them if they've ever seen bendy water. See, when the first time I heard him say that, I was like, I have seen bendy water. Does he not know about surface tension? I'm stupid, right? I know this shit. Surface tension, you know, you can actually fill the glass up. A wee ball hair. Microscopic ball hair. More than the glass will take. That's because the surface of the water has tension. And unless there's mathematics shit, they break that tension. It stays. So, here, dumbass, I have seen bendy water. Bendy water.
If the Earth's 71% covered in water, right, and we know the surface of water is always horizontal.
Right.
We know the surface of water is always horizontal. Loon ball.
How can the Earth be a ball?
Good question.
Woo! Fuck being a Celtic fan, man. This was just a good opportunity to fucking poke Celtic fans with a stick. Here, don't hold it against me, man. It's fucking banter.
So you know what you need to look at? See the photos that we see that they tell us are from space? They're no actual photographs.
No, they're Illuminati composites.
They're composite images.
Aye.
So see now if you go on your phone and you look at that, now that I've said it to you, you'll realise they're cartoons. They're taking $52 million a day off of people and giving them cartoons. They're lying.
Aye, cartoons.
Lying to us about where we actually are. The Earth's a level plane and they're hiding what else is beyond it.
It's the city of gold. It's Winter of or whatever, fucking Game of Thrones land. Anyway, again, like, football players aren't the most intelligent people. Celtic football players, even a wee bit less so. And this guy is just not got the brain cells to understand the Earth is round. And then he'll go, "What about the mountains? Have you ever seen a mountain on a ball?" Well, nobody's saying it's perfectly spherical, you fucking douchebag. Anyway, I'm sure this guy's actually a really nice guy, to be honest with you. He's just fucking thick as shit. Like, let's be pretty frank. Like, if somebody believes in flat Earth, what are they? They're windy lickers, man. They're fucking... They lack the cognitive ability to go out and do simple experiments. Maybe go to an amateur astronomer club one night. You know, but why would that guy do that? Why would that guy do that? See, even if you proved to him that the Earth was round, he would probably still keep on the bandwagon. Let me see, actually, this will be interesting. I got my... You know, that would have severely pissed me off if that cunt was sitting fucking raking in fucking all forms of cash. For turning people stupid. See cunts like him? He should, let's be honest, right? He sits up there and presents himself as an authority, and he does it very well, and he does it to the extent where you'll get fucking 236 window lickers thumbsing this up, and then those 236 window lickers might have a windy licker pal, and they'll tell him about the flat earth, and before you know it's just a barrage of fucking windy lickers talking about flat earth when they can't do simple trigonometry. Either can I, by the way, but I understand the earth is fucking round, I understand the fucking concept of it. Anyway, that was just a... God almighty, man. So, that's my deciphering of the why the number 33 is very significant in Masonry. Oh, sorry. Shit, not even done it. Where is it? My bad. Right, so, we know that that institute is on the 33rd degree parallel. Now, let's go back to the cradle of civilization. Right, now, think in your head right now where you think the 33rd degree parallel will run through. Now, it's theorised that Pythagoras and the Pythagoras theorem mathematics that he came up with, and remember, pi is all about figuring out the radius of things. Round shit. He got that knowledge. That knowledge was apparently getting used for centuries beforehand in Babylon. And Pythagoras got all these religious and rituals from the ancient Egyptians. So knowledge from the Babylonians, the rites and rituals from the Egyptians made the Pythagoreans. And that's why the Masons use the pyramid. Because the Masons are the Pythagoreans. And the Pythagoreans didn't want any cunt to know they're still about, so they went, let's create Freemasonry. And Freemasonry's aye, so everybody thinks Freemasonry's the tip-top fucking people out there. Nah, the people behind Freemasonry. And then there's probably even people behind that. Anyway, so let's see where the 33rd degree parallel goes through. So, it goes through just the north of Israel, Palestine, fucking whatever you want to call it. Done with him. So, 33... And there you can see it's the 33rd degree there. So it goes through Damascus. And where does it go to? It goes into Iraq. Shit, I've fucking lost it now. Where is it? Ah, there it's there. It goes into Iraq. Fucking hell, I'm trying to keep an eye on the parallel and where we are as well. And there's like Baghdad there. Right? Now, Baghdad in that general area is where Babylon was, and the Babylonians were an ancient culture. They stayed on the 33rd degree parallel, so one day a year the sun would rise directly from the east, and if you stayed facing that way, it would just come right above your head and go down. So that one day of the year where people on the 33rd degree parallel witnessed this, it must have made their heads scratch. Why, on this day, the longest day, does the sun rise directly in the east and just go straight up and straight down? And fuck knows how long they were about for. But they were about for long enough to understand why. And that is why 33, and why my opinion is the secret knowledge. It's just a simple knowledge that man knew how to circumnavigate the globe way back when. And people with that knowledge for fucking millennium have used it to sail all over the fucking world and set up shop. The Brits of every fucking empire there's been, actually. But, so, there's the 33rd degree parallel, almost falls directly on Baghdad and goes right through it. So, I don't know the variant as to where you get the effect. A degree in, degree out. We looked at that institute and it was like half a degree out. But you must get the same effect if they've set up that fountain and stuff to show you the precession. So, if you were staying back in ancient Babylon, where Pythagoras got his Pythagoras theorem from, allegedly, one day of the year you would have witnessed the sun rising directly in the east and setting directly in the west, without going it would go in an arc that way instead of that way or that way, which it would do the rest of the year because it wasn't the summer solstice, and that's why all these things are held in such high. That's why, I'm talking about the summer solstice. That's why that's got such a strong. That's an opinion of mine. That's why that's got such a significance over the millennium, because it allows you to pinpoint where you are on Earth, and who out there doesn't fucking want to know where we are. And that knowledge has been passed down from centuries. And as I said, I bet my best guess, the Masons came out from the Pythagoreans. God knows how many changes and names and what organisations. Between the birth of the Masons and the death of the Pythagoreans, but They're talking about the same stuff, worshipping the same fucking thing, maths, geometry, the true language of math. It's definitive, isn't it? And that's why they think that's the word of God, because it's definitive. So, aye. Oh, and it also goes through Persia as well, doesn't it? I forgot to talk about the Persian. Goes through Afghanistan, Islamabad. Reason I'm looking at that, everybody staying on that. Well, everybody back in the day staying on the 33rd degree parallel would have been able to North 33's up there. Look, Shanghai's on it as well. It's in Dallas is on it. I think Los Angeles is on it. There's a few significant cities in America that's on the 33rd degree parallel as well. And that is my best understanding as to why 33 has such a significant meaning in Freemasonry. Freemasonry is a current incantation of a cult that has passed down knowledge for centuries, guarded it and passed it down. And one of the most ancient and important bits of knowledge is how to circumnavigate the globe. The globe! Not the fucking flat earth tards. Does that make sense? It's like, can you imagine having... That was the GPS of the day. They invented GPS. The 33 signifies the invention of GPS. But hey, that only happened recently, didn't it? So, hopefully he's enjoyed that. I know I can talk, can't I? Hopefully he's enjoyed that. Whether he's agree or disagree. And I look, listen, I do not know this to be the definitive answer. What I do know is the Masonic symbols represent knowledge, hidden knowledge, and you yourself have to go and find it. Not rely on fucking idiots on YouTube telling you what it is. You work out for yourself. So, honestly, don't agree with me. Don't let the buck stop there. If you want to investigate why 33 is important, because I told you this isn't my conclusion, it's my belief at the moment. If at any point down the further line, new information reveals itself to me, I may have to review my opinion. Right now, my opinion, because of I know what Masons stand for, I know how they operate, I know their kind of, what their philosophy is, passing down knowledge, and knowing that on the 33rd degree parallel north would have allowed you to observe that weird procession. And that would have allowed you, with other measurements. Oh God, I need to sort this out. And that would allow you with other measurements to use trigonometry, get an idea of the... Pythagoras had an idea of the mass of the earth and all that. I mean... But flat-tards can't go and do some math or investigate scientific processes which will prove beyond fucking any doubt, not a reasonable doubt, the earth is round. And I really don't know if, are these people as stupid as they're portraying themselves as? Or is it just Bigfoot entertainment? See, like, I wouldn't have a problem if it was just entertainment and all that, but it's the fact that he's sitting up there all serious and turning people stupid. Who would do that? I don't know. I mean, do you know what I feel sorry for, right? When I first bounced onto this fucking shithole of YouTube, I was still fucking in the process of a mental breakdown. And I coulda, and I did, believe any old shite. And if this stuff was doing the rounds way back when, before my brain started to actually function and I started to question this stuff, I could have easily believed this shite. With all their parlour tricks to try and convince you. You ever seen bendy water? No, well, if water doesn't bend and the earth is 70% water, how can it be round? You fucking dumb fuck. Sorry to put it so unpolitely, but what do you call these people? What do you say to people that can't? Well, you're basically a retard, mate. You are basically a window-licking retard. Anyway, I don't mean to offend you, but you are. And I would, if this was a member of my family and stuff, fuck, I'd be trying even harder to fucking hit home the fact. Go and do some science, you fucking knob jockey. Go and join an amateur astronomer club. I think they're free. There's 1,000,001 of them about fucking Scotland. Nah, sit in front of your fucking computer, getting 4,000 fucking idiots to talk about shite. You know, you would be more educated if you spent your time watching Coronation Street and EastEnders. And that isn't even a joke, I'm being serious. You'll learn more from Coronation Street and EastEnders than listening to Metallic Flat Earther here. But hey, it's beautiful, man. He did go and get fucking... Hey!
I know that you're busy and you play football and you've got a nice lifestyle, but I think it's important, bud.
Aye.
Definitely look into it.
Aye, of course.
Appreciated, my channel's beyond the imaginary curve, mate. You'll see it on there.
No worries.
Appreciated for speaking to me, Lee. Cheers, all the best tonight. That was Lee Griffiths, Celtic striker. So,
I mean, he doesn't sound like a fucking windy licker, doesn't he, no? Well, to me, he doesn't sound like... But he certainly brain acts like one. Anyway, beyond the imaginary curve. My lordy, look. Oh my god, look. You know, like, see out of those views, you know, 27,000 of them were Rangers fans pissing their fucking pants. Oh, maybe not. Alrighty, YouTube. Thumbs up, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, all the good stuff. Leave all your comments, the good, bad, ugly, and different. I'll read and respond to as many as I can. And remember, I'm digital busking. If you do get value from what I'm doing, consider using the Patreon and PayPal buttons down below with your spare change, not your life savings, obviously. And thanks to everybody that has in the past. Alrighty, boob tubes. Thanks for listening. God, I forgot how to do this. Catchies!
Kips clips.